Hi guys, welcome back to my last sunset watercolor painting video. So this is the last sunset out of my 12-part sunset series that I have made available as free printables over on my Patreon. So this is the last neon themed sunset for the whole sunset series. So this printable is now available over on my Patreon for my $5 and up tiers. You get access to a free PNG file that you can print off on any sort of paper that you like and display it. I am also, since this is the last the last sunset for this series, I'm going to be releasing all of the actual original paintings in my shop at creaturesnat.com. I am thinking of releasing all of the printable versions as well, obviously at a cheaper price in my shop, but I haven't yet 100% decided on that. So let me know if you're interested in purchasing printables if you don't want to join the Patreon. Little info on the materials that I'm using. So this little watercolor pad is a Fabriano watercolor pad, and it is a smaller one, so I think it's an A5 hot pressed 200 GM watercolor pad. It's quite a smooth surface. I prefer a bit of a rougher surface and a bit more of a handmade look, so I probably wouldn't get this pad again. So I have a couple of different pads that I do want to try out, and I think the brands are Art Spectrum. So the next series that I'm going to be doing, I'm not sure what, I haven't decided yet. It could be like a galaxy theme or a space theme, or maybe like landscapes, forest. I'm not sure just yet. So I'll have to have a think about that. And the watercolors that I'm using are by the brand Sakura, and they are koi watercolors. So you can they got like different types of sets. So I've got two sets. One's like just a general colored set that is, I think it's like 24 colors or something. And then the other set is like a neon pearlescent coloring. So I'm primarily using the colors from the neon set here. And you sort of need to work to build up the contrast of the neon, I should say. So I did a couple of layers on this paint, and I tried a different sort of technique with this one as well, just because of the nature of the paper that I'm using. I wasn't really liking the way the water and the paint sits on it. So I basically got like a flat brush and let the paper dry a little bit, so you can sort of speed it up by using a heat gun at a distance and just speeding up that drying process a little bit. So once it was like not fully dry but dry to the touch, I just used a flat brush and wet it a little bit so I could drag that paint around, so I could sort of rejig that paint or re-alive that paint and sort of spread it around a little bit, but not too much that it would take it off the paper. So it's like a little happy medium of dryness if you want to do this sort of technique. But you can see how much it sort of blended a lot better once I did this technique. So really, really happy with the way this background turned out. I think the colors are really, really nice. I went over it maybe like 3 or 4 times and added a little bit more details, like some clouds and just a bit more detailing into the background of the sky. And again, making sure that I blend it out properly as well to avoid like those little pooling on top of the paper, because this paper has a habit of pooling, I found, which that's why I like a bit more of an absorbent paper and a bit more of a textured paper. So once I'm happy with the way that looks, I'm going to start on the water. And I also tried something a little bit different with the water here. So I did like a neon purple, blue to black, which I think worked really, really well. I'm really happy with the way that turned out. It gave it a little bit more depth as well. And I think it made it like a little bit more tropical and gave it like that horizon line. So, yeah, just making sure that the bottom of the black is also black. So I did a couple of layers of that and also did that technique to blend the watercolor together. So it was a nice like ombre sort of effect in the water, and it wasn't too much of a stark contrast between the colors. So once I'm happy with that, I just wanted to add like a minimal plants around it. So I just opted for 2 palm trees in the sort of the foreground, and not really close, but close enough that it will create a shadow of the palm trees. So I did a bigger one, I did a smaller one as well, and I think it really works for this particular one. It was a nice balance between the two palm trees, and it sort of draws your eyes towards the sunset, which that's pretty much what I wanted. So really happy with this piece. So I'll probably leave it there. There's not much to go, it's just a little bit of painting of the palm trees. But yeah, let me know if you like this painting, what you think of it, and the whole sunset series. Keep an eye out in my shop. I'll do a separate video on each sunset and put that up on my YouTube as well. But the whole sunset should be up when that video goes up. But for now, if you want this one, it is available as the free printable in my Patreon. So check that out. Also, check me out on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok at Creatures of Nat as well, and my shop, creaturesofnat.com. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me. I really appreciate it. Head over there again if you want some free printables tutorials, discounts, and etc. Hopefully I have a few more videos coming up soon. It seems as I got that chimp commission, a fair chunk of it done, so I might be able to do some more videos this time. And yeah, so I'll catch you in the next one. Don't forget to like, subscribe, all that stuff. It helps my channel grow, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!